come and make a video on a spring look that I've been like configuring in my head for a little bit. So I just got all my new Mary Kay Chroma Fusion eyeshadows and all the blushes and the 2 contour powders and then the couple of highlighter shades. So I kind of wanted to mix and match and come up with a cool springtime look for everybody because I love playing with oranges, and sadly we don't have any oranges yet in this line. So I kind of wanted to show you how to kind of play around with blushes on your eyes. So I'm going to be using Hot Coral a lot in this video. So I'm very excited to get started. So we're just going to start. I will be using the eyeshadow brushes that we have right now in Mary Kay. This one does not come in the Ultimate Brush collection. That comes in this little case here. This is the cream color one. I use this for shimmer shades as well as concealer. But yeah, so I'm gonna start off with the all over shadow brush. And I'm just going to take the shade Blossom. It's just kind of like a pale pink. This one right here. It's like a pale pink matte shade. And I'm just going to take that and kind of set the lid and get it ready for some shadow. Also, I've already put on the Mary Kay eye primer. I just did not show that part. And by using the eye primer, it just helps these shadows kind of show up brighter and like more pigmented and stay on all day. So there's that. And then I'm just going to clean this brush off on a little paper towel I have in front of me. And then I'm going to take the blush shade Hot Coral. I'm going to use it in my crease and have a little bit of fun with it, because I really like bright shades. Like playing around with bright shades during the summer and the spring months because it's just fun and I like playing around with makeup. So I decided to kind of play around with some of the blush shades and put them in my crease, because then you have a blush and you can also use it as an eyeshadow. You can also place this all over the lid as well. I'm just gonna try and put it in the crease and have a little bit of fun with it. And again, this is the blush shade in Hot Coral. This is also very pretty on the cheeks as well. So right now I'm just kind of placing the color on. I don't know if you can see kind of how I'm holding my brush. I'm kind of patting it and kind of like buffing it in. And then once all the product is off of the brush, so I'm just going to kind of just like wipe it off on my hand. I'm going to take it and just kind of blend out those edges. Now I'm facing it kind of angled. You can see like I'm pressing it this way, not this way, and not this way. So it's kind of like just like lightly feathering the shadow or the blush on my eye so that it blends out really nice. You have to tell me if you guys like these little videos, because I like doing them, but I never know if people watch them or if they like them or if my words that I'm using to explain things are good or not. Alright, so now that that color is on, I'm just going to take Hot Coral again and kind of concentrate it in the crease area. So it looks like we used a lighter color and then a darker color, but it's actually the same shade. And then I'll just give the illusion of more depth and definition in your actual crease. So where I put like the initial shade was just above the brow bone, above the crease, and just blending it out. I like to call it the transition area, so that everything is nice and blended. So now that I blended that shade into the crease, I'm just going to take our eye crease brush. It's a little bit angled, so it really helps you get in this outer V of the eye, I like to call it. So what I mean by outer V is just going to be right here by the lash line and then connecting it to your crease. So just make like a little V on your eye and then we're going to blend it out. So for this look, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take Espresso, which is a cool toned matte brown. And I'm going to take a little bit of Onyx, which is our matte black. I'm just gonna mix those. And don't be afraid to mix shadows if you want like the espresso but you want a little bit darker. Don't be afraid to do that. So I'm just adding this color like right in that outer V, so you can even take the brush and go stamp, stamp, make that V, and then just start blending it. And I don't want the shade everywhere. I literally just want it on this outer V to create a very dimensional eye. So as you can see, you can still kind of see where I put that initial V, like right here and right there. So now I'm going to take the all over eyeshadow brush, which we used to put on the Hot Coral Blush, and it's got a little bit of product on it, but I didn't put any more on it. It's just got what is left over. And I'm just going to go ahead and blend that out. I like to take like a more of a fluffy brush to blend, just because I find it to be a little bit easier and faster for sure. But if you would like to, you can continue using the crease brush to blend it out. Alright, now I'm just going to replicate it on the other eye. So there is that all blended out. Just adds a little bit of extra dimension right in the outer corner of the eye, and I really like how that looks. So the next thing we're going to do is add some shimmer. Shimmer helps open up your eye and really like draw attention to your eyes, especially when we work this hard to blend our eyeshadow. We want it to be noticed. So the color I am going to use today is called Gold Status. It's a very pretty color, very bright and very shimmery. It's the one right there, if you can see it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the cream color brush that I was talking about, that really flat, dense brush, if you can see. And I'm just going to take that and coat the brush really well with that shadow. And then what I'm going to do is going to take the Mary Kay Makeup Finishing Spray, which is actually made by Skindinavia. Very good brand for makeup finishing sprays. Anyways, and I'm going to spray this with a little bit Mary Kay setting spray. And then I'm just going to apply it to my eyes. And I'm going to apply it right in the center of the lid and in the inner corner, just to brighten up my eye. And by spraying your shadow before you apply it, it just helps the shadow appear more shimmery than it is, and really just packs a punch with it being wet. Of course, if you don't like really shimmery shades on your lid, then you can just apply it how it is. It is a very pretty shade by itself, but I really like the drama, so I do that extra step just to add a little bit more of the shimmer. Sorry, the lighting is really bad. I gotta figure out how to film videos in my dorm room. But as you can see, I just added that shimmer and it really pops with the eye primer. Is a really good step to use for it to pop. And then I used the Mary Kay finishing spray, makeup finishing spray, sorry, just to wet that eyeshadow, wet that brush, to apply it that more dramatically, because I love the shimmer. But by itself, it's beautiful. These are just steps that help it be more enhanced on your eye and really stay all day. So the next thing that I like to do, if you really want your eyes to pop, you really want that shimmer shade to really bring out the center of your eye, so take that cream color brush again and go in with Crystalline, our shimmery white shadow, right in this inner corner. And then I'm just going to take that, I'm not going to wet it because I don't want it to be too bright, and then I'm just going to dab right in the center of my lid, just to add that extra shimmeriness and that extra brightness right in the center to really pop out my eyes. And then I'm going to take a little bit of that same Crystalline shade and put it in my inner corners, just to also make those pop and make them look bright and awake. I love doing this with the Crystalline shade. I do it pretty much every day, even if I don't do crazy eye makeup or anything. I always pop a little bit of that in the inner corner and then put on some mascara, and then I'm out the door. It's really pretty, really opens up your eye, and I highly recommend doing that. Top lid is done. I'm actually going to almost replicate it on my bottom lash line. You don't need to do this. I just really like it because I feel like it completes the eye look. It really brings out your eyes when you put some shadow under your lash line. Some people are scared of it because they don't want to look like they smeared their eyeshadow on the bottom of their eye, or they don't want to look tired with shadow on the bottom of their eye. I really like it. It's really fun. It's really artistic. It's very, it's just something fun to try. And if you don't like it, then don't bother doing it. You don't need to do it. It's makeup. Everything's optional. You don't need to do anything. So I'm just going to take that Hot Coral blush again, and I'm going to put that right on my lower lash line. I'm just connecting it to the blended out shadow that we already have. Now I'm going to take the eye smudger brush. It's just like a little bullet brush. I'm going to use that to kind of really get in by my lower lash line and define that with the shadow. And I'm just going to take that mixture again of Espresso and Onyx. I really like using eyeshadow as an eyeliner because it's less harsh and it just looks more blended and a lot more soft on the eyes. And then when I'm done blending this out, I'm just going to connect it to our little outer V here, just by like dabbing it right in the outer corner. And then again, I'm just going to take that all over shadow brush with that leftover Hot Coral blush and blend it. So here's the eyeshadow. I'm just going to put on a little bit of mascara and then do a little bit of a brow highlight, and I'll show you what I use for that. To finish up this eye look, I'm not going to do any eyeliner today because I really like the look of just a very bold eye with really nice separated lashes, and if I put an eyeliner on it, I think it'll be too harsh for my eyes. That's up to you to decide. If you want to add some eyeliner, go for it, have fun. But I'm just going to take my mascara, put that on, really give those lashes some length and some extra volume so that they pop out, and then I think that'll be good for this eye look. So for the brow highlight quick, before I go and put on my mascara, I'm going to take a shade called Moonstone. It's this really light champagne-y golden shade, so it's not as gold as Gold Status, but Moonstone is very pretty too. It's a shimmery shade. It's kind of in between Crystalline and Gold Status. If you mixed them, that's kind of the baby you would make. So I'm just going to put that under my brow bone just for a little highlight. And if you don't want to put shimmer up here, you can also use that Blossom shade that we used earlier just for a matte highlight, just to really put the brow arch and really give that lifted look. I put a little in my inner corner as well, just to again pop that and make it really, really bright and awake. Alright, the next thing I'm going to do is curl my eyelashes. I recommend curling your eyelashes if you have very straight down eyelashes and you really want that curl to get those eyelashes nice and full. And every time you curl your lashes, it does make them look longer because instead of bringing them down and making them longer, it's curling them up and making your eyelashes just look very beautiful and voluminous. This is an optional step because some people don't like to do it. I know some people have bad experiences with it. I personally like doing it because my eyelashes do go straight down and I like that extra curl. But like I said, it's optional. You don't have to do it. Mary Kay does have an eyelash curler. I sadly do not have it yet. So I'm going to use just a random old one that I have. And I don't know if you can see the difference, but they already look lot longer and voluminous just by curling them. So even if you don't want to wear mascara on a day, you're just going out to go do something, curling your lashes a little bit is just going to make you look awake and very just youthful and pretty, and it just does wonders for your lashes. So I really recommend doing it, or at least trying it to see if you like it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my combo of Mary Kay mascaras. I like to use two. So the first one I like to use is the Lash Love Lengthening Mascara from Mary Kay. Looks like this. And we do have two Lash Love mascaras. This is the Lash Love Lengthening. It's got that kind of curve to it. I'm just going to put this at the base of the lashes and wiggle it up. And I kind of blink into it too because I'm an impatient person when it comes to makeup. So I just do that so that it goes on faster. So I don't know if you can see the difference, but this really lengthens your lashes. I really enjoy this mascara. Wow, this mascara is really good. I like to put a little bit on my lower lash line as well. Again, everything is optional. If you don't want to put the lower lash mascara on, you don't have to. I just like to because I think it opens up my eyes and really makes them look awake and just pretty. It brings out your eyes. So that's why I do it. You don't have to do it like I said. So the next mascara I'm going to use that I like to layer with any of the Mary Kay mascaras that I use is the Mary Kay Lash Intensity Mascara. This is what this guy looks like. Very cool packaging. And this is what the wand looks like. It's like as big as my eye. It's very big, but it gets the job done. I really like this one. It gives a little bit of length and lots of volume. That's why it's called Lash Intensity. It really makes your eyelashes look big and full. So I'm just gonna layer that on top of the Lash Love Lengthening Mascara. And you can already see the difference. Just adding that on makes this side of my lashes just look a lot more full. This one does look really pretty and really good, so you can just use this one. I just really love dramatic lashes, so I like layering this on top just to give that extra oomph of volume. So there's the mascara on. Really enjoy the mascaras. Any of them are great. The Ultimate Mascara, the Lash Love Mascara, any one of our mascaras I will recommend to you. Those are just my two favorites that I like for my lashes, personally. So yeah, this is the eye look. I'll show you in some daylight too, so you can actually see the true pigmentation of the blush and the shadows. I'm just going to show you how to kind of complete this look, really make it look coherent and vibrant and pretty in springtime. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take our Mary Kay cheek brush. Looks like this. I use this for two things. I use it for contour and I use it for blush. So what I like to use this for multi-purpose, I don't know if you can see, it's slightly angled. So I use this side, this pointed side, for the contour, and I just kind of layer it down. I'll show you. I'm using the Contour Powder in Latte. This is the deeper version of it. And whenever I use contour powders or blush or even shadow, these shadows are very pigmented, so I always recommend to kind of tap it off and get that extra product off so that you don't like draw a stripe on your face and make it look very makeup-y, as I like to say. So I don't know if you can see the difference there. I just lay down a little bit of contour and it just helps really bring out your cheekbone. So basically what contour does is it just accentuates those shadows, those lines in your face. So right here, the definition from your cheekbone. So if you can't find it, go like a fish, and where it cups in, that's where your cheekbone ends. And that's where you want to put the contour. So it just makes those cheeks like pop out and really look defined. So yeah, I always put it here for sure. You can put it over here on your forehead if you think that your forehead is too big or what have you, whatever you want to contour. I like to do it along the jaw here too. Have the double chin a little bit. You can put it on your nose. If you think your nose is too wide, you have to do skinny lines right here and blend those out. I'm just gonna put a little bit on my forehead and I'll show you the nose. I don't typically contour my nose, but you can if you want. And when I contour my nose, I take the eye smudger brush, the little brush, dip into your contour powder, tap it off once again, and then I'm gonna take it right on the edge of my nose and follow it up and then just blend it. So I don't know if you can see that, but it just really makes the nose look really tight and skinny. So if that's what you're going for, you can do that. Again, this is all optional. You don't need to do any of this. It just enhances the features you already have or hides the things you want to hide just a little bit. It's not like cosmetic surgery or anything. It literally comes off when you wash it off. So I'm just gonna put a little bit on my jawline. So that's what I like to do for contour. Next, we're gonna do some blush. So the blush I'm gonna use today is Hot Coral, the one that we used on our eyes. And why I'm gonna use that one is so it ties in with the eye look, and it's gonna look really cohesive and coherent and look really pretty. So I'm just gonna place that on the apples of my cheeks. If you don't know where your apple is, just smile, and the thing that kind of pops out right here is your apple. So I'm gonna apply it to my apple and kind of blend it back. And I love blush, so I'm gonna pack her on. If you don't like blush or you think it makes you look like you're sunburned, you don't have to use it. You can just apply a little bit. You definitely don't need to use this bright of a shade. But I like to play with makeup, so I'm gonna try it out. So there's the blush. I'm also gonna take a little bit, and I like to do this, you don't have to do this. I like to put a little bit on my forehead just to make it look a little bit more coherent, and a little bit, I'm talking like I dip my brush in like that, tapped it, and then applied it to both sides. I do a little bit on my nose. That's where I apply that. Now, if you look at yourself and you're like, wow, that's too much blush, what you can do is you can take our powder brush, our all over powder brush, and take your pressed powder, your mineral powder, your anything you want to do. I'm going to take my pressed powder right here. I'm just going to dab in there a little bit, and then I'm just going to blend over it. And this will just diffuse it, make it a little less bright than it is, and blend it. So there's that. And now, my favorite thing, highlights. So right now we have our liquid illuminators, which I love, but I'm going to show you something else today. Liquid illuminators are my favorite thing. I use them every day. But today I'm going to show you a different way to apply some highlight. We do have our highlighting powders right here, these two. They're very pretty, they're very subtle. I like them a lot. But if you're like me and you like playing with makeup and you want like a bling highlight, liquid illuminators first. I'm not going to use those today because I want to show you something else. But I'm going to use those two shadows we used on our inner corner, Crystalline and Moonstone. And I'm just going to mix those on the corner of my brush. And I'm going to apply them. Now these are two shadows, so I realize we're putting shadows on our cheeks, but we just put cheek products on our eyes and it looks gorgeous, so why wouldn't you want to try it? Sorry, that was aggressive. You can do whatever you want, I promise. but I really like the way it looks, and I really like the shimmery highlights. They're just pretty to me. I really like the way they look. So I wanted to try this out one day, and I put it on, and everyone's like, oh my god, what's your highlight? And I'm like, 2 eyeshadows, actually. And they're like, what? So yeah, it's very pretty and very blingy. So if you don't like blingy highlight, you can either do our actual highlight powders, which are a little bit more subtle. You can do a matte highlight. You can do the liquid illuminators, which again are gorgeous. Okay. And then I'm just going to take those highlight shades and put them on my nose as well, because I really like the way that looks. And somewhere in the inner corner, just for fun. And I also like to highlight my Cupid's bow as well. The top of the lip, this is the Cupid's bow. The top of the lip just really makes them bright and plumped. So yeah, I'm going to go get a lip color and I'll be right back. So, since we got a lot going on with the eyes, I kind of want to keep it simple for the lips. So I'm just going to use our lip gloss in Golden. This looks really good on its own. It also is really pretty topper for lipsticks or lip stains or whatever. So let me show you the look in better lighting.